Going on YouTube? Hero King here. I'm back again with my Thunder Dragon list for the brand new format that just started last week. I've been play testing this deck a lot, as you know. Just 2 weeks ago I won my locals. Brought it to I brought it to regionals in Timonium, Maryland last Sunday. I did okay, didn't top, but I still did some pretty good things. Ran into some weird decks that I just wasn't ready for, I guess. A lot of close games. And then I took fourth this weekend again. Well, fourth this weekend at locals. So that's 2 straight locals appearances in a row where I got at least top 4. So this deck is pretty consistent overall, and it's going to be just a little different from my last profile on it. But we'll get right into it. So first, you play your 3 just normal Thunder Dragons. Just there to get that discard effect off. He also really comes in handy when you have Titan on board. Yeah. Next, play your 3 Roar. He's awesome. Whenever he's sent from the field of graveyard or banished, you get 1 free special summon from your deck, a Thunder Dragon monster. You usually go for Dark. Next, your 3 Dark. He's also really good. He's good for getting Titan's effect off, and also whenever he leaves the field to go to the graveyard or whenever he's banished, you get a free search, which is really good because normally you're going to search for Hawk or you're going to search for Thunder Dragon Fusion. I usually go for Fusion. I mean, it really just depends on the game state, but I'll usually go for Fusion. 3 Hawk, best Thunder Dragon in the deck. If you don't know what he does, you could discard him and special summon a banished Thunder Dragon monster or one that's in your graveyard. He's a great combo starter, great extender, and his secondary effect is also pretty good. He's pretty much a magical mallet as well. Next, you only play your 2 Matrix. I stand by this. I feel like 2 is just fine. I really don't feel like you want to play 3. It's just not consistent enough. 3 Battery Man. Probably tied for best card. Yeah, probably tied for best card in the deck along with Hawk. He's crazy, man. Just being able to dump something in your graveyard and being able to produce a token. He's just absolutely crazy. 1 BLS. I cut down to 1. I just wasn't seeing it enough, and this deck runs fine without him, to be honest. You could probably just take him out altogether, but I still want him there for that presence. I just felt like every time I would get him out, either he would get popped or his effect would be negated, and it just wasn't, or even better than, even like crazier than that, I just wouldn't see him like all day. Like I said 2 weeks ago, I didn't see him at all. I didn't see him at all at locals yesterday. I saw him once at regionals, and that was it. So he's fine at 1, and I'll usually side him out for something. But yeah. You play your 3 Droll, easily the best hand trap in the deck, or best hand trap in the game. He is absolutely crazy, man. He just shuts down plays. Yeah. And then 2 Ash Blossom. I cut down to 2, just because I just really don't feel like you need 3. Droll's better anyway, and so is Impermanence. And just for deck space purposes, I cut Ash down to 2. Next, you play your 3 Gold Sark. Best spell in the deck. We all know what that does. 3 instant fusion for that free summon. Well, pay 1,000, but pretty much free, especially opening up with it. Yesterday at locals, I was actually playing a Sky Striker deck, and so what happened was this card kind of won me the game. So I won the first game. We went to game 2. I knew I was about to go second, so I opened up with this Battery Man and this Battery Man and what's it called? And Hawk. So I had those, and I also opened with my Evenly Matched, which I sided in. So he built up his board. I hit him with Evenly Matched, and then he chained by hitting my Colossus with cherries. I guess he had some Colossus sided, and then he hit my Colossus, and I was like, oh shit. But it actually turned out to be alright, because what happened was I went to my Battery Man, I sent Roar, used Hawk's effect to get him back. I instant fusioned into Combinary Attack. I got my token. I linked 4 into Borrelsword Dragon, and then I went into I searched Thunder Dragon Fusion off of Dark's effect, got all my Colossuses back, brought out Titan. I forget what, I think it was the regular Thunder Dragon. I popped that last card on his field, and then he did his next turn, couldn't really do much because of Colossus, and then I OTK'd him. It was crazy. It was just such a nice comeback. But anyway, he played 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. It's just really good. Like I said, being able to shuffle back like your fusion monster, like it's so like resourceful, like this card, because you could use your face up banish cards in your graveyard, cards on your field. It's just crazy. This card's so busted. It's perfect at 2, and then when it's in your graveyard after a turn you activate it, you could banish this card, and you get a free search. 3 Call by the Grave because it's back at 3. Card's awesome. I brought Monster Reborn back just as a little combo extender. Still playing the Floodgates. These cards are just crazy, man. Like, these cards are awesome. They shut down so many decks when you open up with them. Like, just easily game winners. Macrocosmos a little more than Dimensional Fissure, especially considering the fact Dimensional Fissure isn't good against Sky Strikers. But Macrocosmos is crazy. And then I'm still playing 3 Impermanents. Not really much to say about this card. It's just really good. Going to the extra deck now. So you play a 3 Colossus. Self-explanatory. He's just like one of the best boss monsters in the game right now. When he comes out, your opponent's whole plan is to try getting around him. He's not super hard to get around, especially going to games 2 and 3. Like being able to hit him with Book of Eclipses, which actually why is I'm starting to think about signing some Forbidden Lances for that, because Forbidden Lance, because it was happened to me yesterday. Like I was going in, I was 3-0 going into the semifinals yesterday, and he Book of Eclipse me in game 2 after losing game 1 actually. And I actually had a really good board built up, and he was able to get through my board with Book of Eclipse. So I'm actually thinking about bringing out some Forbidden Lances. You play your 2 Titan. All you need is 2. If you don't know what he does, whenever you activate a discard effect from your hand, that's a Thunder Dragon monster, you destroy 1 card on the field. Also, what was it? If he would be destroyed by a card effect, you could just banish any 2 cards from your graveyard instead, which is crazy. Then your instant fusion targets, Thousand Eyes Restrict and Common Area Attack. Thousand Eyes Restrict is really good, man. I love this card. I actually played Thunder Dragon Dino yesterday, and he got Ultimate Conductor Tyranno out. I impermanenced him, and then I went to this guy, took him, linked him off for Link Karibo, and then went to Colossus and shut him down. It was pretty nice. That's it for the fusions. Then you play your 1 Link Karibo. For Link 2s, you got your Summoners and 1 Phoenix just against those back row heavy decks. Your Link 3s, Summon Sorceress and Nightmare Unicorn. You don't really see them too much. Boral Sword I've seen twice, I want to say, since I've been playing this deck. But whenever he comes out, obviously, it's game over. And 1 Tafalafa Bomber Dragon. This card is so crazy, guys. This card is deadly. Like, especially when you open up in a turn where you have instant fusion, you can just keep combo. You just combo off. And oh yeah, I have seen Summon Sorceress. Okay, so you Summon Sorceress and you're just flooding the field with Thunder Dragons, and pretty much what you do is you link off the Summon Sorceress and something else while you already have Colossus and Titan out, and then they could just save themselves once if you keep special summoning. So, well, actually, guys, let me rephrase that. So you won't have Titan and Colossus out. My bad. So pretty much you'll bring him out first using Summon Sorceress and a link and another material. Bring him out, and then you'll go into your Colossus and your Titan, or you can just go into 2 Colossus. It doesn't really matter. But because of the fact that they could save themselves from his effect, it's just crazy. It's great for going second, guys. Like, this card's so busted. That's it for the extra deck. The side deck is about to change, but I'll show you what I'm running for right now. Just because I had a really hard time with Paleos yesterday, like it just didn't seem like a very great matchup for Thunder Dragons. But 2 Danko Sekkas, 1 Imperial Order for the Sky Strikers. That's usually like the only card I'll side in against Sky Strikers. I just really don't feel the need to side anything else in, to be honest, because I just feel like Thunder Dragons are such a good matchup for Sky Strikers. 3-dimensional barrier, you gotta be wary of that. Number 86 Rongo Minion, and also any other. This is also good for mirror matches and any kind of ritual deck too. You play your 3 Rivalry, the Warlords. I may drop that just because Goki isn't as popular anymore. And I'm not really too worried about the Firewall. You can't, well, yeah, Firewall's banned, but yeah, it's not as useful as it was. 3 evenly matched, obviously, just for going second. This card like loves me. Like 9 out of 10 times, 9 out of every 10 times I side this in, I always open up with it and I always win. This card's the best side deck card in the game right now, no doubt. And I know I only have one right now, but this is actually a newer edition. It's going to be 3 Royal Decree. I feel like it's needed because Thunder Dragon really struggles against decks like Altergeist and Paleos more than like anything else. And anything that is really weird, like anything that runs like a lot of traps. But I feel like this card is very important for a Thunder Dragon side deck just because of the matchup. Like, it's just very hard. I noticed yesterday to get around Paleos and everything. That was probably my hardest matchup so far. So I'm trying to like revolve it around so that way like I'm more prepared for decks like that, because I feel like Thunder Dragons, they could beat Sky Strikers, they could beat Goki, they could beat Dark Warrior, they could beat FTK. But it's those Paleos, the Altergeist, those like really under the radar decks that'll get you. That's what Thunder Dragons are weak against. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Spread the word about this channel if you like it. Tell me what's good about it, what's bad about it. I hope you guys have a great night. See you later.